Hello, Group 1. Welcome into the cave of the shadow side of your soulmate. So we're going to see, basically what this person hides from the world, their flaws, okay? And then we're going to kind of see where they come from, and then what does this person need to do to heal? Alright, so the first thing I'm getting heavily when it comes to your soulmate is that they feel empty inside. They're yearning for something that does not exist. There's a sense of emptiness, a sense of unfulfillment. Because we have the ancient wanderer, eternal servitor, and it says incomplete yearning and hope. I do feel like this, your soulmate has been like this, honestly, since a child. They've been yearning for something that they can't themselves fulfill. So I feel like in relationships, they're the type to kind of look outside of a relationship because they feel like it's going to fulfill them. They've actually done this in the past for a lot of their relationships where they'll be with somebody, but they look outside because they think the grass is greener on the other side, but they realize that it's not with the Wheel of Fortune, right? This could even be somebody who, and I feel like this is a lot of past energy here, so I'm not really getting that they're like that now. But with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, there would be, because yeah, it's like seeing the opportunities, looking outwards with the Three of Wands, like maybe there's something better out there. And if they did go and start a new relationship, or if they try to woo somebody else, they realize that holy shit, this is fucking terrible. Like things did not go the way that they planned at all. Okay? It literally went in the worst way possible. So I feel like that is a pattern that happens to them, is that they have someone, but then they feel like there's something more. It's almost like they have FOMO, where it's like the fear of missing out, but even they don't understand where it comes from. The Ace of Cups is about feeling unfulfilled. This person could also fall out of love easily. Why? Because they like novelty. Okay? Again, they feel like they're missing something because they haven't found that fulfillment in themselves. Okay, that's what I'm getting very heavily as well. Because with this enlightenment in the reverse, and it says inspiration, epiphany, and innovation here, this is basically somebody who's stuck on mental habits, okay? So it's like they're trying to solve the same old problems in the same way. And with the Wheel of Fortune, things keep going to shit. It's just kind of being a dead horse. Like this person. So it's almost like your soulmate could lack some kind of, mental, what's it called, fortitude? It's not really fortitude, almost like problem solving. It's like the problems that they try to solve, they keep doing it in the same way. It's very difficult for them to adopt new strategies and like listen to other people or try something different, okay? They find themselves stuck in that. Now, with the perchance to dream, this is also somebody who is, they like to avoid, okay? So, perchance to dream is like, if I go into my little bubble, maybe everything and the pain will disappear. Because this person with the Ace of Cups here, they feel like because if they kind of detach themselves from something, things would just kind of go away. But that's not it. So, this is a vibe of somebody who like goes on a trip, and they try to escape all their problems, so when they come back, to their home, the problems are still there, right? Or even if they end up moving to a new city, the problems are still there. So it's somebody who is trying to escape something that they can't escape. I feel like with your soulmate, they don't want to really face their emotions, okay? That's very difficult for them to face their emotions, and so they tend to kind of go into this little cave, into a bubble here. With the Mother, Dawn, a missionary here, we have beauty, agency, compassion. I do feel like this person is attractive, and they use that to their benefit. So they use attractiveness to get what they want. And it's a bit superficial with Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups is superficial energy here. This person's also kind of blinded by attraction, blinded by beauty, people's physical appearances. So they're definitely the type to pick a partner based on physical appearance. And Spirit saying in the past, they had a partner that was really attractive, but they treated them like complete shit, because they were superficial. They're like, oh, this person's so attractive, they're going to be the best partner ever, but just because somebody's hot and good looking don't mean that they're a good person. So I feel like that was a really, like, they have your soulmate has been through so many fucking karmic lessons with relationship, it's not even funny. With the Wheel of Fortune reverse, it's just like things don't work out for them, or shit hits the fan immediately, because I feel like this is somebody, it takes time for them to learn. Once they learn the lesson, that's it. But like they have to get to the point of them like, okay, I don't think this is working out anymore, I'm gonna stop doing this. Like that's what I'm getting here. It takes them a minute to get there though. So they're not the most intuitive with Ace of Cups. They don't really listen to themselves. They're just more primal, especially if they're a male. They tend to just not necessarily dingle with their dick, but they're just somebody who wants to venture out, and they realize that what they had was better than what they thought they could have. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting with them. Okay, they got FOMO. What else, please? I heard intimacy is an issue, okay? Ace of Cups to me is always about the bonds around you. It's about intimacy. It's about personal feelings, connectedness. We have the Lovers. So your soulmate has never really been in love, okay? That's something that they don't tell people. People may not realize that about them because of, you know, I mean, they could be attractive, but like I said, they really don't mean shit. But with the Lovers, there's emotional distance, okay? They haven't felt that deep connection with anybody. With the Fool card in the reverse, this is somebody who's kind of like, Spirit said, they're a scared little bitch. So if the right person came in, they would most likely be very hesitant. They're not really the type to jump into things and leap into things. If anything, they're more controlled. They're more realistic, but that can also cause them to miss out on opportunities, okay? The Fool reverse could also be somebody very immature and childish as well. So it's like a lot of the decisions they make, you know, it's not necessarily about like, they can make choices based on kind of childish things here, okay? With the Six of Pentacles and the Devil here in the reverse in terms of this person here, let me see. So I do feel like with the Devil and the Six of Pentacles, okay, we have give and take here. So your person, the soulmate is somebody who give and take is important to them. However, with the Devil reversed here, they tend to, okay, it's weird. I don't know how to say this. The Devil reverse is about obsession. Six of Pentacles, it's almost... This is somebody who, not necessarily blackmail, but they would try to trap you into, you know how, like, it's somebody who gives you things, like, they give you things, like physical possessions, as a form of control. Because if you do something they don't like, it's like, but didn't I give that to you? No, but I gave that to you. Oh, really? You're gonna do that when I bought this for you? That's the type of vibe that I'm getting, okay? Because the Devil, this is about, like, I'm being obsessed with giving, okay? This person could just be an overgiver, but they're also the type to kind of, make people feel bad. If they're doing something they don't like and they're just like, oh, wow, you're really gonna do that when I gave that to you, or I paid for you and I did that, like, that's the vibe that I'm getting here, okay? Okay, let's see again. Here. Damn it. So we have knowledge in the reverse. Honestly, your soulmate is not the brightest with study, learning, education. Not that they're stupid, okay? I don't think that they're stupid, but they do not use their intelligence. So they do, you know, they do things kind of impulsively sometimes. But with the knowledge in reverse, they're just not open. They're not open to new ideas, to new things. They're just kind of stuck in the same way. They're stuck in their way. So if your soulmate is somebody older than you, yeah, they're very stubborn, okay? You're going to show this person a whole new world and they're going to be like, no. No, I don't care. No, no. I don't care. I don't care if that makes sense. I don't care. Like, no. Yeah, so it's really difficult for them to, like, try new things. They're stubborn as fuck, basically. Okay? I also feel like they have an insecurity. They have a complex about their learning. Somebody in their past made fun of their education. Somebody in their past made fun of how like, yeah, people call them stupid. That's what I'm getting. Like, oh, you're so slow, you're dumb. That's what I'm getting. They're very insecure about that. I feel like they don't have much confidence in that. I wouldn't be surprised if your soulmate was the type that was like, oh, I dropped out of college or high school or something like that. Or they had a really difficult time finishing high school or college because they felt that they were not competent enough, okay? That's like what I'm getting here. We have, yeah, alone in the world. So this person is incredibly isolated, very lonely and revenge. I do feel like there is somebody in their life that this person really hates. I don't know who this is, but they want revenge on somebody. They hate somebody. So it's like, I wouldn't say an enemy because I don't know if this person knows that they hate them, but there's somebody that this person absolutely detests, okay? And with the alone in the world, this is somebody who honestly feels like they're alone. So your soulmate does suffer from this external servitor, absolutely, where they're kind of just a wanderer, and they wander by themselves, and they don't really know why they exist. There's an incompleteness. They haven't found what fulfills them yet. Okay? With the revenge, they end up kind of taking out, like, instead of focusing on their lives, they focus on maybe being petty, you know, things like that here. When you're taking revenge, you know, sometimes it's a bit of petty energy here. Okay? So let's get one more, then we're gonna... Oh, okay. So we have Thanatos here. It says, Warden of this. Completion, support, and expediency. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, with the Jean, what is this? I cannot pronounce these names. The Janae, the maid, guardian of saints, humility, disillusionment, and champion. Yes, this person has suffered from bullying. Your soulmate has been bullied in the past. Like, that's what I was picking up on. They have been humiliated multiple times throughout their lives. Again, the Wheel of Fortune, like, their life has not been easy. They've been through a lot of trauma. Okay? Disillusionment, yeah, there's a lot of kind of, this person had deluded themselves. That's what the perchance to dream is, deluding yourself, thinking that things aren't the way they are. And then we have this. So I do feel like with complete and support here, in terms of your soulmate, they are somebody who, they don't necessarily seek support, but they try to, okay? So they're not the type to be like, hey, I need help. They kind of just like wish for it silently, because the Six of Pentacles is also about somebody being helped, right? And this is the warden, okay? This is somebody completion who, this is like an authority figure that is helping this person. They could go to therapy. You may not know this. This person has been like, oh yeah, I've been to therapy before. You know, I went to a counselor before, or I was in this kind of facility or this institute. That's something secret they don't tell people, okay? That's what I'm getting very heavily. They've gotten help. They've gotten help. They don't let people know they've gotten help because they don't want people to know what they've been through. You know? Okay. Alright, so let's see what else here. Group 1, shadow side of your soulmate, please. Okay. It says long-term relationship. Okay. Friends with benefit relationship. We have selfish bastard. And we have sugar daddy, sugar mama dynamic. Yes, I fucking knew it. That's what that Six of Pentacles is. That's exactly what it is. Because the sugar daddy, sugar whatever the fuck, it's the dynamic of control. Because I give you these things, you're indebted to me. I'm entitled to something. So that's what I was getting, okay? Not that, you know, your fucking soulmate's been a sugar daddy. I mean, I don't fucking know. You never know about people. But they do tend to kind of blackmail you through the materials that they give you. Friends with benefits relationship, and then selfish bastard here is definitely that this person in the past, like I said with this here, they've definitely been through a lot of friends with benefits situations. And it's just mostly for self-gratification. Okay, they didn't really want to commit. They just wanted, you know, to basically fuck. We have long-term relationships. So I do feel like this person was in a long-term relationship, specifically long-term, but they were very selfish. Okay, they were very selfish, and I do feel like this relationship was incredibly toxic. This relationship had to connect to their past, so they could have dated a friend or somebody who was like a part of their past, or like a high school girlfriend or high school boyfriend or some shit like that. That's what I'm getting here. There was a long-term relationship they were in, then they cut it off with the lovers because that's a breakup, right? And then they started becoming more friends with benefits relationships, and they started becoming more manipulative. That's what I'm getting. Okay, that's like their like history. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how this person can heal. This is more about the healing journey that you see, that you could possibly see them going down towards, right? Because some of this traits this person still has. So this is going to be about how you can kind of, like the journey you're going to see this person go down towards their healing. Okay. Get to know each other, learn to meet each other's needs for love. So this person, okay, so the healing for them is okay, so with you, okay, because this is your person, get to know each other, learn to meet another's need for love. When it comes to your soulmate, I feel like they never really focus on their partner's needs. it was just self-gratification for them. It was just like, what can I get out of this, right? What can I get out of this? So I feel like what they're healing is when they meet you, they're actually going to take time to get to know you more. They've never gotten to know their love relationship partner. They really never gotten to know them like as an actual person. Because I don't know if it was like they're just an object or they're just like what I can get from them, but that's what I'm getting. So it's like the reason you come into their life is to help them really understand what it means to be intimate with somebody, what it means to get physically close to somebody, what it means to meet each other's needs, what it means to have a partner and you guys have needs and how you're able to fulfill those needs, right? So that's like what I feel like that's what they're going to be learning. That's their healing journey, is connecting with somebody who actually means something to them, who they actually want to get to know and they're not just trying to fuck, who they actually want to be together with, okay? So that's kind of where you come into play, okay? Person's healing journey, please. Raise your vibration. Okay, so their healing journey is raising their vibration, which is kind of the devil in the reverse. But this person, their vibration right now is low, or when you meet them, sometimes it fluctuates, right? So I do feel like they're going to learn how to raise their vibration. They're going to realize, right, that what they attract is kind of what they believe their life to be and things like that. So if they have suffered from bullying, I do feel like I'm hearing coping mechanisms. So I feel like if your soulmate has been to therapy, they understand this. They understand coping mechanisms. They understand, raising themselves out of that dark place and stuff like that. Some of your soulmates don't know that. Some of your soulmates, when you meet them, you're gonna tell them, go to fucking therapy. You need to go to therapy. You have trauma. Okay, so it really just depends. They're like, every soulmate is on a different stage, but this is kind of the direction that I'm getting for them. They're going to have to learn how to raise their vibration to attract what they want, to live the life that they want, you know. And we have take charge and take action. Yeah, again, Spirit's like, they're a little bitch, right? With they're scared, okay? With the full reverse, they're hesitant, they're scared. The Spirit is like, healing, their healing journey is to learn how to take their power back and to take charge of the situation. So I'm not getting a sense that your soulmate is super, like, I'm not getting like they're super controlling. They're manipulative, but I'm not getting like super controlling. If anything, I feel like a lot of people have controlled them, but I also feel like this is somebody who likes to escape, okay? And with their healing journey, for them to break out of this cycle, it's like they need to learn how to confront shit. They need to learn how to, if they don't like something, confront it. Take action towards something. Take charge of a situation. Don't let people walk all over you and stuff like that. That's what I'm getting, okay? Let's get one more of these, and then we will be done. Uh-oh. What the hell? The fuck? Okay. More this person's healing journey, please. Group 1. Oh. The heart of the matter. Yep. There is more going on than meets the eye. Yeah. So this is about getting deep. This person is not, they're not the type to get deep. They're not the type to get deep. They're not the type to delve. But they're going to learn how to delve. That's what they're meant to do. When you get to the heart of the matter, you're looking at what truly matters. Not the surface level, superficial bullshit of just somebody's appearance, but really getting to know somebody on a heart fucking level. That's their karmic lesson here, okay? There's more going on than meets the eye. So it's almost like when this person meets you, rather than being like, oh my god, this person's super attractive, they're going to learn that you're more than just a face. You're more than just a pretty body or a face. There's more to you than that, okay? So yeah, I feel like that's definitely kind of their journey to healing, because this person they've never really cared about the people they've been with. It's just about what they can get from it. But since you're your soulmate, right? This is what you guys are going to kind of go through together. So that was the reading. Hope you found this interesting. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Hello, group 2. Welcome to the cave of your soulmate. Okay, this is going to be the shadow side of your soulmate here. So the first thing I'm getting is that this person has done something that they heavily think about and they regret. They regret it so much with the gilded regret. This is something that plagues them, okay? It plagues them. Because I'm getting with this Lilith, the thief of life, hunger, animalistic, and instinct. They did something that was based on this animalistic instinct that they regret. I don't know what the fuck this is, okay? But it's like a thief. So I feel like it was to another person, that they regret. So they hurt somebody, okay? And they had to leave something. I'm getting a sense of like an incident happened that this person had to leave because of the stuff that they did. Or, because I'm not really getting like they were pushed out or anything like that. They decided to leave. But they still feel regretful over something. So they said something, did something to somebody that was really rude, negative, something like that. And they, yeah. So that's lingering in their heart. Okay. I feel like another shadow side of your soulmate is that this person comes across as somebody who is liberated, you know, somebody who's not really, this is about liberation. Eight of Swords about liberation, you know, you're not limited, and the Knight of Cups is about an offer. This person comes across as somebody who wants, like, they want to offer you something. They're like, oh, I'm free to do this now, right? Because they're like, oh, I've moved on from this, but I'm a new changed person. But with the Eight of Pentacles, this is telling me that this is somebody who's a bit of a workaholic. So I do feel like this is somebody who's going to be interested in you, but then like they're going to end up being kind of interested in their own work of what they're doing. So they have a tendency to ignore their partner when it comes to work. And this is about emotional distancing. So I do feel like, again, this person's going to come across in the beginning as super emotional, you know, very attentive to you and your needs and stuff like that, but then they're going to become emotionally distant and they're going to become like a workaholic. So your soulmate's the type to throw themselves into work, especially if something's emotionally bothering them, they immediately throw themselves into their work, so they are a workaholic, okay? But yeah, the Knight of Cups is somebody who's coming across as like, hey, you know, I'm your knight in shining armor, you know? I also feel like they have a savior's complex, okay, with the Martyr. Matron of the Blind, honesty, shame, and restitution. This person feels like they need to repent for something. They, you know, yeah, I don't know what this is, but they feel really bad about something here. But they try to be a knight in shining armor, even though they know they're not. So I heard fake and I heard complex. What was that word? It's like a fraud. Sometimes they feel like they're a fraud. Your soulmate, you know, sometimes they're just like, who am I to do that? Who am I to say that? Like, yeah. Takes one and no one, or something like that. That's like the vibe that I'm getting. And sometimes they feel like they're fake or they're a fraud. They don't feel like they're as genuine as they wish that they could be, or something like that, okay? Okay, so we do have this outsider reversed, and we do have the sacrifice here. So let me see. So with the sacrifice, reunification, offering, and letting go here, I do feel like your soulmate, in terms of like a kind of negative side of them, is that they end up sacrificing too much. They're the type to kind of, if they're wrong, they are the type to sacrifice, okay? Like, because I'm hearing that they don't like to ruffle people's feathers. They don't like it when people don't like them. So they will let go parts of themselves to please people, if that makes sense. Because it says offering and letting go. They offer some part of themselves. Because maybe this is going to make everything right. And sometimes it doesn't, okay? And I feel like with the outsider in the reverse, this is somebody who, they're looking for a tribe of people that they're looking for a tribe. They're looking for a supportive community. So your soulmate is a loner in a very kind of like a desolate sense. Like they've never had strong friends to stand by them. People always end up leaving their lives. They want that community, but they feel like they don't belong. That's like the vibe that I'm getting from them here. Okay, and that's what this hunger is. They're hungry for something, and they don't know how to get it. So when they follow their instincts, they end up making situations worse. Okay, that's like the vibe that I'm getting from them. Okay. This person is resistant to change. They don't like change with the death in reverse. They don't like change at all. They hate it, okay? It's something that really just, it terrifies them. They hate change. So I feel like they kind of make situations bigger than they need to be. Like if there's a situation that needs to change, this person, it's kind of like a, it's like a kid, like if you don't give a kid a lollipop and the fucking kid has a tantrum, that's how I feel like your soulmate is when it comes to change. They don't want it to happen, okay? With the Two of Wands here, with the Six of Cups, Two of Wands, and the Temperance here. I'm hearing renege on promises. So this person is the type to basically promise you something, promises that they can't keep. Sometimes they can keep them, sometimes they can't keep them. But they're the type to offer you the world, but they end up disappointing you. So a fear of this person as well. And I feel like your soulmate doesn't like this part of themselves. They don't like the fact that they can't keep their promises. With the Six of Cups. Six of Cups to me is like an equal exchange. In reverse, it's insincerity. It's not equal. So it's kind of like, fuck, I'm sorry I broke my promise to you again. That's what I get. There's an aspect of themselves that they don't like. They don't like the fact that they're not super consistent. With the Temperance, this person is trying their best to get into balance. And I do feel like they are doing healing. Your soulmate knows about all this stuff, okay? And I feel like with the Temperance, they're also somebody who's very patient, but they're not patient with themselves, and I don't feel like they're very kind to themselves either. They give themselves a lot of pressure because, again, like I said, they're the type to sacrifice for others, but they'll give people things, but they won't give that to themselves. Okay, so that's why they feel hungry, because they've never fed themselves, but they're always feeding other people. That's like the vibe that I'm getting here. For two, please. Alone in the world. Yep. Person feels, they feel completely isolated from everybody. That was the child I was meant to be. Okay, so I feel like this person was abandoned as a child. Either they were abandoned as a child, but there's something, when the Six of Cups comes up as a past, their past was not equally reciprocated. Their parents did not give them the emotional fulfillment they were looking for. Their parents did not give them the love they were looking for. That's why this person is a thief of life, that they take what they want. They take what they wish they had. And they wish they didn't take that, but they have an instinct to be loved and they've never been loved. That's what I'm getting. Like that, it's very sad, but that's what I'm getting. Alone in the world. They have abandonment issues. There's definitely issues with their family. Some may not have parents. Some could be an orphan. I don't know. But that's what I'm getting with the child I was meant to be. It's kind of like a stolen childhood. So there's trauma that they have. They suffer from that, okay? No, I already did that. Oh, and that's why with the Temperance, this person, their wish in their life is to just have balance. They want a stable home. They want a stable life. They don't want things to just be, always changing all the time. I feel like the reason they fear change is because they want stability. They haven't had that, though. We had the Shaper, Lady of Masks. Reclamation, vanity is surface appearances. So I do feel like when it comes to this person here with the Lady of Masks, they put on a lot of different masks to please people, okay? It's kind of like a child trying to please their parents, but what if I do this, and what if I learn this, and what if so it's like this person they haven't gotten the praise that they wanted. Okay. Also with the superficial appearances, they can be very superficial. They could even be judgmental based on people's appearances here. But it's like they want to reclaim themselves. With this Two of Wands, I'm getting a sense of this person trying to find themselves, trying to find their real face because of all the masks that they put on for other people, if that makes sense, okay? Okay. Now, let's see this person's healing journey here. So this is kind of, oh, not yet. Okay. So let's see what else. See where this stuff is coming from. Oh, that fell out. Okay. God damn it. Okay. Friendship, yep. So there is, I feel like this person hurt a friend. There is a friend who left. There's a friend they lost in their life because of what they did. So, yeah, that's why I'm getting. We have unhealthy attachment. Okay. Uh-oh. We have committed relationship. Okay. On again, off again. Okay, so when it comes to your soulmate here, yeah, so I am getting a sense that there was some kind of relationship in their past that was on again, off again here. This is the relationship that really kind of fucked them up. It was an healthy attachment because this person wanted to be, again, like they want that sense of, they want that intimacy with somebody. They want that sense of community and family with the committed relationship. So they were committed, but it was on again, off again, which means that it's toxic. And because it's toxic, it was an unhealthy attachment to somebody. So that it took a very long time for them to get over somebody. And it definitely was some kind of friendship here. The unhealthy attachment was also that, this is why this person doesn't like change, because when this person left their life, it was like they're never the same again, okay? They felt like they couldn't save this person. And again, I feel like your soulmate, they don't like certain aspects of themselves. They feel like they took something of somebody. So, you know, they're not really the type to go and kind of repair friendships. They just kind of let things go. But yeah, I do feel like they've been in a lot of on again, off again relationships with our obviously unhealthy attachments here. This is somebody who wants a committed relationship, but for some reason they just find themselves in kind of toxicity, okay? That's the vibe I'm getting with that here. All right, so let's see their healing journey into this, how they can heal these wounds, or how you're going to kind of see them, how they're going to go about healing these wounds, and you can definitely be a witness of that, since this is your person. The only real thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So your soulmate's healing journey is to basically, because this person tends to venture out, because they feel like they're alone in the world and they tend to isolate themselves a lot. It's almost like their healing journey is realizing that they need to treasure the people that they already have in their lives rather than always trying to find new people. It's like they need to turn around. Like, this guy's always looking forward. You need to turn around, you know? That's like the vibe that I'm getting with that here, with treasure your loved ones here. They don't treasure the people in their life that care about them enough. And they're going to realize that. That is what has mattered. That's what has mattered, is the people who are close to them. Important to love others deeply here. This person hasn't really loved anybody deeply. And if they have, they felt like it wasn't reciprocated, okay? With the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. I do feel like when it comes to your soulmate's healing journey, they are going to be shifting their focus. So I feel like this person focuses on a lot of the stuff that they did wrong, a lot of the stuff that didn't work. And Spirit is going to kind of help them, you know, realize that the only thing that is real is love, okay? So this is basically about, even though this person may not like themselves or they've done a lot of fucked up shit, that when they acknowledge that, that is a form of love. And then when they kind of meet you, I do feel like you're going to have to help them navigate through this. Like, this person, I'm not really getting that they have negative self-esteem. They just feel guilty about something. So it's like, I'm hearing absolve. They want to absolve. They want forgiveness, okay? I don't know what the fuck this is, but that's what I'm getting. They want forgiveness. Soulmate's healing journey, please. Yeah, shifting their focus back to the people who truly matter to them. We have trust the universe here. So this person has learned they're going to have to learn how to trust the universe again. Your soulmate doesn't trust the universe. They feel like they're alone in the world. When you feel like you're alone in the world, nobody, nothing exists. It's just you. There's no comrades, there's no partners, there's no friendship, there's no family. It's just you. You're on your own island. It's not the case, though. You know, they obviously have family and friends, but they don't recognize that. So I feel like that's what they're going to do. And they kind of lost faith as well. So I'm not sure if your soulmate is somebody who kind of like, if they don't believe in certain things, but they may have issues with belief systems because of kind of what they've been through here. We have compassion. Yeah, so I do feel like their healing journey is to have compassion. Forgiveness is a form of having compassion. Okay, but if they do not get the closure they're looking for, they're going to have to learn how to forgive themselves, which is also about having compassion here, right? And when this person realizes that the people close to them are the ones who always mattered, then I feel like when they experience compassion from those that they love, they're able to give that to themselves, okay? Also, when it comes to you here, showing this person compassion and not judging them, that's really going to help them heal, okay? Now, it's not about, I'm going to heal your problem, because it's not your job to heal anybody. But if you're, you know, be supportive of this person. Because I feel like your soulmate's the type to talk shit about themselves, so you're going to have to talk them up, you know. Angelic protection. This person doesn't feel like they're protected. They feel like they're alone in the world. So I do feel like eventually they're going to come to realize that, yes, there is a higher being that's looking out for them in their best interest here, okay? So yeah, that is what I'm getting for this person, okay? So group 2, I hope that you found this reading interesting. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Hello, group 3. Welcome to the dark layer of your soulmate. This is going to be your soulmate shadow side here, okay? So the first thing I'm getting is that this person is incredibly I can never say this word. Opportunistic. With the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Very opportunistic. Always looking for opportunity in people, situations, and things here. So this is somebody who is, what can I get from you? What can I get from this? How is this going to help me? How is this going to benefit me? Okay, very selfish, manipulative energy. Knight of Swords reverse is also somebody who's very aggressive. They could even be a bit violent sometimes if you don't agree with them. Okay, so this is somebody who has issues with people disagreeing with them. Okay, yeah. And the Hierophant is somebody who's not committed. So, you know, the first thing I'm going to get is this person with these two, this person could also be somebody who's not committed. They're not committed to anybody. Getting this person to commit could be a bit difficult. Once they decide to commit, you know, they're going to commit. But for the meantime, this person is somebody who's very sneaky. They get away with a lot of stuff, okay? They talk a good game with the Ace of Swords, so they know how to get themselves away from, you know, like if somebody, you know, if you confront this person, they know how to talk to you where you're not going to believe that they did something wrong, if that makes sense, right? It's somebody who knows how to talk their way out of a situation or out of a lie, okay? They're really good at that. Yeah. It just rolls off the tongue. You're not going to even feel like this person lied to you. But they did, okay? So there could be some pathological liar tendencies that they have, okay? Ace of Swords about it, like a seizing an opportunity. That's why, again, I'm saying this person's opportunistic here. With the Hierophant, I don't know if they're the most spiritual. They lack some kind of spiritual guidance and direction or even purpose in their life here. For your person, the only thing they see life is, like, you have to take life by the horns. That's what I'm getting, but it's a bit aggressive. So I feel like they do suffer from toxic masculinity, especially if they're a male. They have toxic masculinity traits. I heard father. I don't think their father was a good influence on them. Their father taught them a lot of really old, outdated ways. And yeah, that's what I'm getting here, because they're just like, no, you got to take life by the horns. If you want something, like, obviously, yeah, you have to go out and get it, but don't step on people along the way, you know? So that's like the vibe that I'm getting with that. Now, we have this redemption here, absolution, forgiveness, penitence, and we have I won't cry for you. So I do feel like your soulmate is also the type to, like, first what they'll do is feel like that they didn't do anything wrong. I won't cry for you is very insensitive. They could be very insensitive, okay? They could say something very insensitive. You could try and explain that this hurt your feelings, but they're not going to understand, okay? But I feel like when it comes to this person, you're gonna have to be very clear with them. If you're the type who's really kind of shy and you don't say much, you're going to feel very controlled by this person. This person is going to make you feel like you're not heard. You're going to have to, because of how they are with this I won't cry for you, because they're insensitive, you're going to have to really kind of hurt their feelings for them to realize that they hurt your feelings. I know that's a weird message, but that's what I got. Like, this person is fucking dense as fuck. Okay, they're dense as hell. Like, they don't think they did anything wrong. So, well, because with the Poet of Avalon, it's just the storyteller. What I tell you, they know how to weave a story, okay? So it's up to you guys to spot the bullshit. We have fame, stagnation, and pride. I also feel like if this is somebody who wants some kind of authority, some kind of recognition, they want fame, it's very superficial. You know, this person, they don't, like, their goals could be a bit superficial or something like that here. But they live in, like, a passive version of themselves, or they live in a version of themselves that's not actually who they are. The Seven of Swords is about deception. So not only are they deceiving other people, but they're deceiving themselves. The Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity. So eventually this person will see, you know, the light and the truth, but they take some time to get there. We do have redemption, absolution, forgiveness, and penitence. Now, kind of the good news about this person is that when they do realize that they were wrong, they will repent. They will ask for forgiveness. They will want to redeem themselves, okay? So that's good here. We have the Thief of Life, which is Lilith, hunger, animalistic, and instinct. Yeah. So I don't know, because the Knight of Swords is somebody who charges and rushes into something. The Knight of Swords takes what they want. When he's reversed, he's even more vicious that way. So this person could just be incredibly, like, just very insensitive to the point that they could have narcissistic tendencies. I'm not getting that they're a narcissist, but they do have those tendencies where they're going to remind you of you know, narcissistic traits. But I'm not getting that they're narcissists, because narcissists do not repent. Okay? They do not redeem themselves. They do not ask for forgiveness. They do not. Okay, so they do have those, you know, they have that side of themselves, but they also have a side of themselves that when you eventually shake this person and you're like, bitch, you did wrong, they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I do like that about them there. Okay, that they do. You just have to shake them because they're dense as fuck. All right. All right, let's see what else. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay. So, okay. Yep. So, when your soulmate fucks up, they're the type to be like, I'm so sorry, please forgive me, I'm gonna offer you this. They may offer you something like, I won't do this again, or some shit like that. That's what I'm getting, okay? It's gonna be genuine, okay, with the Ace of Cups. It's not reversed, so this is gonna be genuine feelings, but you may not take it. You may be like, nah, leave me the fuck alone, seriously, whatever, dude. Like, you hurt my feelings, don't talk to me, okay? That's what, like, the vibe that I'm getting here, okay? And could we have the Knight of Wands, okay? And this is usually about kind of self-preservation, but persistent. So your soulmate is going to be very persistent with apologizing to you. And it may annoy the fuck out of you. Like, this person's not going to leave you alone. You have the Knight of Wands, this person's not going to leave you alone. They're, like, until you accept their apology. That's what I'm getting here, okay? Also, the Two of Pentacles, in turn to shadow side, they tend to juggle two things at once. And also, I'm getting that this person's emotions fluctuate a lot. Like, if they have intense feelings, their emotions fluctuate, so sometimes you're not going to even know how they're feeling emotionally, okay? It's almost like that, like, almost like Gemini energy with Gemini. Like, you don't know what mood a Gemini is going to be in day by day, because their moods kind of fluctuate, right? That's what I'm getting here. But they tend to think that they can have their cake and eat it too until they can't juggle it anymore. So they can have, you know, they can try to do that. They can try to, again, they're opportunistic. So they're going to get whatever they can take. That's like what I'm getting from that. Or they could be juggling two things at once or something like that here. Yeah. Okay. We have courtesy, thoughtful, polite, good manners. So this person comes across, okay, interesting. It's almost like this person's going to come across as very kind-hearted, but they, you know, they obviously, okay, I'm getting two-faced energy. That's that Gemini I was picking up. Okay, I don't know this person's Gemini, but I keep saying Gemini for some reason. But yeah, this person's two-faced. They're two-faced, okay? So yeah, that's why that card popped out. Okay, that makes sense now. Gilded regret too. They're very regretful. It's almost like this person bulldozes people, but then, like, they feel like they're in the right, but then eventually they realize they're wrong. Or something like that. Like, your soulmate ends up having, like, they're like, I don't know, man. They just fuck up, and then they just apologize, like, out, like, numerous times. Why the same shit keeps popping up? The Exile. Okay. Forsaken Soldier. Yeah. Strategy, failure, trauma. There's something this person failed at in their past that, again, remember how I told you that they live as them past selves. There was something great that they achieved in the past that they cannot get over. That's why they think about themselves so highly. That's why they feel like they're right all the time, because I feel like there was a point in their life where they were right all the time. They were. There was, because I'm hearing absolution or truth, honesty, things like that. There was a point that they were, you know, people respected this person, but I don't know if your soulmate had a fall, or if they got exposed or something like that, because the exile is the forsaken soldier. This was a soldier who was once very noble, people respected them, but if they're exiled, that means that obviously they got kicked out of something, so strategy, failure, and trauma. This person, they suffer from who they used to be. It's almost like, damn, I used to achieve all this, and now look at me now. I haven't achieved anything, or something like that. They don't feel as good about themselves as they used to. Let's just say that. With the Lady of Masks, they do put on airs. They put on other masks to try to deceive themselves, because I do feel like this person, they do deceive themselves purposely, okay? They do put on other masks to be in self-denial, and they're consciously aware of this, okay? Especially with courtesy, thoughtful, polite, good manners. It's like, you know, it's almost like somebody pretending to be nice so that they can get what they want. That's like the vibe that I'm getting. So let's see your soulmate's healing journey, okay? Their healing journey here. The healing journey that you'll also witness them going down towards. We have appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow. Yep. So you're definitely going to be witnessing your soulmate go through a lot of really hard lessons. And yeah, coming back to the loved ones here, because I feel like this is somebody who's just focused on gaining something, but they don't focus on like the connections around them. They're not, you know, the people who mean the most. They're always in the future. They're not appreciating the moment. They're always trying to get something, so they're not in the moment. It's very hard for them to be in the moment. Their thoughts could be everywhere. They could think a lot, you know, so that's what I'm getting here. A bit of instability. Every situation, opportunity to grow. So your soulmate's healing journey, with everything I talked about, is basically they're going to realize that now is the only thing that matters. It's not about getting opportunities now. It's not about, oh, I gotta get this now. It's not about the fucking dog eat dog world. I need to be a shark. I need to do this, all this shit. It's not about that. It's not. It says it's important to love others deeply. What's important are the connections around you with this Ace of Cups. What's important are the strong bonds between people. So your soulmate got their priorities fucked up. Basically, that's like a huge shadow side that really kind of controls their life. They have their priorities mixed up. So I do feel like eventually they are going to get their priorities together and realize that now is the only thing that truly matters. Okay? And that the situations that they've been through, it's an opportunity for them to grow. Yeah, they may have been someone great in the past, but that doesn't mean that they can't redeem themselves, you know? We have ask and receive here, okay? This person's healing journey. Okay, cut the cords, and okay, so I do feel like, okay, so when it comes to your soulmate here, there are some toxic people in their environment. There is some toxic connection here. I don't know what this is here, but I do feel like this could be, like a, maybe past, could be family, friends, people influence them, because cut the cords mean you need to cut the cords with something that's negative. It just seeps out of you, you know, it's not you. They need to really cut the cords with who they used to be. A forsaken soldier. They need to cut that. That's not who they are anymore. So this person is, it's like the idea of themselves. It's like it's almost like it's an illusion, you know. They need to form a new identity. We have ask and receive and strength and guidance. So I do feel like this person's healing journey, they're going to learn how to pray. I don't know if they pray, but I don't think that they pray right now. They're going to learn how to pray. They're going to learn about manifestation. They're going to learn about asking and receiving from the universe. They're going to learn how to stop doing so damn much and to sit their fucking ass down and to let life happen to them. Because they do too much. They do way too much. They need to sit the fuck down. We have this strength and this guidance here, okay? We have ghosting. We have killing time. Ah, interesting. Codependent attachment. Interesting. And yep, what I tell you, can't make this shit up. Narcissistic personality, told you. Again, they're not a narcissist, but they do have tendencies of narcissism, okay? Now, what I'm getting here with the ghosting and the killing time, this person has wasted people's time. They have wasted people's time. They, again, opportunistic. What can I get from you? Okay, well, I'm just going to get what I can get for the time. I'm just killing time, but I'm not actually going to commit to you with the Hierophant reversed. And then they end up ghosting people, you know, and it's just like, what the fuck? We have codependent attachment. There's something in their life that they are unhealthily codependent on. I don't know what it is, but this is what this cutting the cords is. It's something very unhealthy that they really need to stop depending on. Because it brings out the worst in them. That's what I'm getting here. So I feel like with the cut the cords, this is like the biggest thing with this person. You're gonna see what this is, and you may even tell them that you need to let this go. You need to stop thinking about that. You need to, you know, there's something I feel like you're gonna kind of urge them to cut off. Okay. You're also gonna help your soulmate live in the moment, because you're gonna understand what I mean when I'm like, they're all over the fucking place. They need to sit their ass down. So I do feel like you're going to be kind of that, you're this Ace of Cups in their life. You're the balance. You're gonna help them balance things out again in their life here, okay? But yeah, that's basically kind of like their past and stuff like that, or what they ended up doing to people. With the strength and guidance, this is somebody who needs a lot of support. So I do feel like this is also what they're going to be looking for. So yeah, that was your soulmates reading here. That was their reading. Hope you found this interesting in some way. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Hello, group 4. Welcome to the layer that is your soulmate, okay? So the shadow side of your soulmate here. The first thing I'm getting is what I heard first is temper, temper, temper. So this person has a temper on DM, okay? The Emperor reverse and the fucking Queen of Wands, this person got a temper. Also, they hate to be vulnerable. They do not like to be vulnerable. That's not their thing. They do not like it. So, with the Emperor reverse, this is somebody who's very overbearing, okay? They like things their way. They don't like people disrespecting them, nor do they like people talking them a certain kind of way. So this is the type of person that's like, watch your tone, okay? Like, they say shit like that. I do feel like this person's gonna say shit and it's gonna trigger you, okay? It's gonna trigger you. Like, I'm getting like this person is the type they're very combative, okay? They're very combative. Wands, fire energy, very combative. It's very explosive. So they do have a temper, okay? The Queen of Wands, this is somebody who's very frustrated, okay? This person, if they don't get what they want, they throw a fucking temper tantrum like a little kid, okay? So that's like the main thing that I'm getting with that here. And then with the Queen of Cups, they do not like to be vulnerable. They don't like it. With the Nine of Swords, it really stresses them out. This is over anxiety. I feel like your soulmate suffers from some kind of anxiety issue they don't let people know about. Because usually this is about getting over anxiety, but for them, I feel like it gets worse. So they also have paranoia. This person gets paranoid. They think that, people are talking behind their back when they're really not. They feel like the world's against them when it's not. They feel like you could be talking to somebody else when you're not. So they're the sense of a lot of doubt and insecurity, okay? I don't feel like this is also somebody who comes across as confident in themselves, but they're not. They don't really have confidence in themselves. If you're somebody with overconfidence, they're just compensating for something that they lack, okay? That's what I'm getting heavily here, okay? Now, with the Naked Before the Stars, again, they do not like to be exposed. They are not good at transparency. They're not good at presenting, hey, this is who I am. They like to conceal certain things, and they like to present an image to the world that they want people to see. So if anybody, they don't like being exposed. They don't like people telling the truth about them. That's something that really pisses them off, okay? That's what I'm getting like that with the Naked Before the Stars here. Also too, with this nobility, honor, high standards, and idealistic here, I do feel like with this reverse, your soulmate is somebody who, not say that they lack morals, but I do feel like there's somebody who, it's like they do the opposite of nobility, okay? With the Emperor reverse, he takes what he wants regardless of what happens to anybody else. So there's an energy of like, I'm gonna take what I take, and I don't really care how it affects you here. So I do feel like this person is the type to kind of step on people to get what they want, okay? And then we have this Creator. What is this here? Catalyst make your mother and father. Oh, there we go. So if you're wondering how come this person's an asshole, it's because their parents were an asshole to them. You literally have the Emperor, which is the dad, and you have the Queen of Wands, which is the mom. So I do feel like their parents also suffer from a really bad temper. So all this stuff I'm talking about, they got it from their parents. Okay. That's like the main vibe that I'm getting here. And also with the creator here, this person does realize that they create their own world, but it gets to their head that they feel like they're kind of, it's my world, it's my way, or the highway energy here, and they kind of forget about other people. Okay. Now we have the Chariot, we have the Ferryman, necessity, focus, and transition here. So I feel like your soulmate does not like, they call it, okay, I would say this person would call it unnecessary change, but all change is necessary. So they do not like transition. They don't like change. They don't like things kind of transforming either. The Emperor is somebody who is very stuck in their ways. They don't want things to be different. They want them to be stuck in their ways because that's how it works for them. So I feel like it's got, you know, that could be difficult with if you talk about change with this person. It scares the shit out of them, okay? They don't like change. They do not like it. Even though there could be a life transition that has to happen and they can't break out of it. It's not necessarily something that they enjoy. Okay, we have Anubis, an arbiter of truth. It says preservation, neutrality, obligation. And the Leaper King, sword of law, bravery, self-discipline, and faith. Now, I do feel like this person is somebody who's incredibly smart, okay? But they do a lot of self-preservation. They do a lot of stuff that protects themselves, but it also keeps them kind of stuck. It keeps them set in their ways, and there's like a lack of expansion in their life and stuff like that here. So I do feel like, you know, this person is also somebody who feels very overwhelmed with the responsibilities of their life, and they're kind of the type that end up taking their work frustration out on their family or out on their friends. Like they bring work home with them, right? They don't know how to control that. So I feel like they don't know how to control their feelings. I don't feel like they were taught how to emotionally control their feelings here. We have bravery, self-discipline, and faith. This person is almost too disciplined, okay? They're almost too Mr. Swords, Mr. King of Swords, to the point that it's like, stop being fucking patronizing to me and stop telling me what I should do with my life. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting here. So for you guys, I feel like this person's going to irritate the fuck out of you with their high and mighty self-authority, self-imposed, stuff like that. Like, you're not going to like that at all. Okay. So, Judgment here. God damn, come on. More shadow side of your person here. Okay, let's see. So the shadow side of your soulmate is that they are judgmental with the Judgment in the reverse. You will be kind of feeling criticized by this person and things like that. Because again, with the Emperor, they can do no wrong in their eyes. But everybody could do wrong in their, you know, so that's like the vibe that I'm getting with that here with the Judgment. This person kind of fails to see the patterns that they do that hurt others. With the Knight of Wands reverse is somebody who's inconsistent or somebody who's just looking for a thrill of a chase or something like that. Kind of in and out energy here. Knight of Wands is not really the most stable person. So I do feel like when it comes to your emotions, they are fucking swept away with their emotions. Like that is the biggest thing. They lack emotional control. I don't know why when they get upset, they lose their fucking mind. So that's something that, yeah, you're guys gonna have to deal with here. Seven of Pentacles is a lazy person, and then the Four of, yeah, this is a loss of opportunity here. So because they're so stuck in the ways, they kind of miss out on opportunities, even if it's just to connect with other people and things like that here. They don't do what they want to do. And sometimes life is not always about doing what we want to do, but doing what needs to be done. So they can definitely be lazy when it comes to obligations and things like that. Call for help. Like I said, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. They do not want to meet their needs. They do not. I don't know why they do not ask for help, but they feel like if they ask for help that they're weak. We have hiding your true self. Okay. And we have the Poet. And we have, interesting. Okay, huh. Yeah, so I'm getting unstable emotions. It says wrath, instability, and suspicion. Fame, I'm getting like this person has a Taurus temper. They have a temper like a Taurus, an Aries, and a Leo. And if you've ever experienced those type of tempers, you understand what I'm talking about. They may have to take, yeah, they may need like anger management, because I feel like with the hiding your true self here, you're not going to realize your soulmate has anger issues. They're just going to come across as a bit like controlling to you, but you're not going to realize how deeper it goes and how it's connected to their past and all that stuff like that. This person is going to kind of cloak. They do not like to be exposed. I don't know. They just don't like people knowing about them. They don't like public opinion. They don't want people commenting and stuff like that. So they could even be the type that if you post them on social media without asking them, they're going to raise fucking hell. They're just like, don't post me, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what I'm getting. They want to remain hidden in some way. Because why? I feel like they don't want to see their flaws. They don't want to see their flaws. They know their flaws, okay? Don't get twisted. I don't think this person's delusional. They know their flaws. They just don't want somebody else pointing them out because it hurts their ego. Okay, with the poet of the storyteller, this person is living in a past version of themselves that is no longer there anymore. Fame, stagnation, and pride. I don't care how fucking successful this is. I don't care if this person is a surgeon. I don't care if they're a singer. With the fame and stagnation and pride, their pride keeps them stuck. Them not asking other people for help, that keeps them stuck. Okay, and then we have this, what is this? I can never pronounce this fucking name. Goal or something like that here. It said wrath, instability, and suspicion. Yeah, this person is a bit suspicious. The Queen of Shadows here. But the interesting thing with this card is that even though your soulmate is somebody who's kind of like, you know, they want to know what's happening in their life, there's a lot of hidden things that they don't know what's happening around them. So it's almost like a leader that feels like they're a leader, but they're not the best leader because they're missing a lot of the truth of the matter, the stuff that's happening around them. It's like Spirit's giving me an image of like a captain on a horse, and he's like, charge, right? And the people behind him, his team, or, you know, his fighters, they're not moving. But in this captain's head, he thinks that they're moving. So it's almost like you think you're in control, but you're not. Because you haven't really taken care of the people behind you. You've just been in your own little bubble, right? So that's like the vibe that I'm getting here. Alrighty. Okay, now let's see this person's, are we, no, not yet. Okay. Let's see where this stuff come from. We have manipulative. We have don't want the responsibility. That's the Knight of Wands. Kind of running away from responsibility, being lazy as fuck. We have attention whore. Interesting. Which is kind of naked before the stars. Yeah, they do like the attention. And we have unavailable. Interesting. So I feel like for your soulmate here, they are manipulative. I'm sure you're not surprised about that. And they don't want responsibility. So it's not that they run away from responsibility, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like you're gonna feel like, why do I have to always carry this shit? Why don't you get your ass up and carry something? Carry something. Mow the fucking lawn. Like, that's what I'm getting. Mow the fucking lawn. Get your ass up. That's what I'm getting. Like, you know, this person they kind of evade responsibility. Like, they'll choose what they want to do, but if you tell them to do something, they may not want to do that and throw a bitch fit. That's what I'm getting. We have unavailable. Something about them is unavailable. I don't know if they're emotionally, I mean, they could be emotionally checked out because emotions just terrify them for some reason here. And the attention whore. So yeah, this person is the type to, if you don't give the attention they want, or it's all with their ego and their pride. When you're dealing with somebody who's all about ego and pride, it's actually quite difficult because they don't want you to call them out because it hurts their ego and their pride. So they will, if they don't get the attention, if you end up kind of rejecting them or ignoring them, yeah, they're gonna throw a bitch fit, basically, okay? Yeah. I heard spoiled. I don't know if this person was spoiled, but there's a reason that they're this way. I'm hearing not called out on their actions. So there you go. Now let's see this person's healing journey here. Person's healing journey, please. This is basically the healing journey you're going to witness about your soulmate, kind of how they deal with these issues or how they're going to kind of heal these issues, things like that. Interesting. Okay, so we have be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Turn on your heart light. Yeah, reflect the time. Yeah, seriously, reflect the time when you experience love. So your soulmate, basically, they lack love, okay? They need to turn on their fucking heart light. That's why they're unavailable. Okay, so your soulmate is somebody who's, they're like emotionally unavailable to the point that they don't know how to love again. They maybe loved and they forgot about it. There's something with love and them feeling uncomfortable with being vulnerable. That's like a main thing that I'm getting here, okay? Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you have experienced love. So I feel like when it comes to your soulmate's healing journey here, is that they're really going to kind of go inward. They're going to retreat. And I also feel like with you, you're going to help this person realize that they do have a heart. Because I feel like sometimes they feel like they don't have a heart. Because of how aggressive they are, they're like, I'm just a fucking asshole. I don't have a heart, you know? And you're like, no, you do have a heart. You're just afraid to look at your heart. That's like the vibe that I'm getting. With it being the present and dreaming of the future, I feel like this person's going to learn how to finally kind of dream again. They have a really weird perception of life. And it's not that way. So I do feel like with this be in the present and dream of the future, this person they're going to learn how to stay in the present moment and not to focus on the future, but dream that the future is positive, the future is bright, the future is supportive, the future is nurturing. Because to them, life is hard. Life is hard and life is not kind, right? And that's why they keep themselves really closed off, and that's why they keep themselves that's why they don't want to be exposed. It's almost like they're protecting themselves from life because life has been very harsh to them. So that's the vibe that I'm getting from them here, okay? By them opening up their heart light, they're going to realize that life is not full of negativity and sadness and tragedy, you know? That's like what I'm getting. We have self-acceptance, okay, and then we have the vulnerability. Yep, can't make this shit up. So, yeah, your soulmate's healing journey is learning self-acceptance because they have major ego issues. They do not love themselves as much as they may claim they do, right? So this person is going to they're going to learn self-acceptance. That's their karmic lesson, is to learn self-acceptance. Acknowledge the aspects about themselves that make them embarrassed, the aspects about themselves they may not like, right? And to learn how to work on them. Because this person is very judgmental, not just towards you, but towards themselves as well, okay? I feel like they have issues with self-love. That's why this came up here. And then we have vulnerability and freedom. And their karmic lesson is to also realize that being vulnerable and asking for help, okay, and admitting your needs and reaching out to people is true freedom. That's freedom. Emotional freedom, okay? That's what they're looking for. That's what they're searching for. So I do feel like they're going to eventually, completely change. And all this hatred or all this anger and this pent-up frustration that they have, when they're able to really finally be vulnerable, that's when all that's going to dissipate. And they're going to become they're going to transform into a much better person. That's what I'm getting here. Because I feel like these issues I talked about, again, they're long-term issues that nobody has talked about to them. It's like pent-up frustration over the years, throughout time. Maybe people have told this person, but they don't fucking listen. So with you though, I feel like you're going to help them achieve this vulnerability and emotional freedom here, because you guys may be the complete opposite, which is why I feel like this person could hurt your feelings, because you have your heart light on, or you're learning how to be vulnerable and emotional, right? But then your partner is kind of the opposite. You're going to help them realize that they do have a heart to turn it on, and it's okay to be, it's okay to need help, okay? So yeah, really deep shit. So yeah, that was your reading, okay? Hope you found this interesting. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Hey guys, so that was the end of the video. Wasn't that a tough pick a card? If you got through that pick a card without closing it out or without skipping forward, good job. Good job. You guys are definitely ready for love. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that very interesting and controversial video. I want to make a shout out to my patrons. Patrons, thank you so much. You guys know who you are. Here's your names. Here's your names. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your support. Love you guys. And all my butterflies, thank you so much for interacting with my content and always enjoying my videos. It means the world to me. Okay, till next time.